Rangers on the brink of a Champions League breakthrough, but chaos brews behind the scenes. A bombshell UEFA decision clears Oliver Antman for a shock debut as Ibrox braces for battle against Viktoria Plzen, while Mikey Moore's debut is blocked at the last minute. Danilo's time could be up as Jamie Vardy is tipped to run riot in Glasgow. Meanwhile, Gassama's explosive start has fans dreaming, but one transfer could unlock his full potential and light up the left flank for the entire season. Want to see these and more Rangers news? Stay until the end. We are the people. Well, you'd hope the Champions League qualifiers might offer some relief from domestic frustration, but here we are again, knee-deep in selection drama and injury headaches before a ball's even kicked at Ibrox. In a few hours, we will give a warm welcome to Viktoria Plzen, and if you thought Panathinaikos was a challenge, this Czech mob bring a different kind of problem. They're physical, compact, and know how to grind out a result, as Servette just found out the hard way. It's a proper test of Rangers' credentials, and Russell Martin's already walking a tightrope after that lackluster draw at Motherwell. Now, to the big story, Oliver Antman is set for his Rangers debut. The Finnish international, fresh off a blinder of a season in the Eredivisie with 6 goals and 15 assists, has been cleared by UEFA just in time. He comes in for Thelo Arsgaard, who drops out injured. Finally, a bit of flair and creativity out wide, where we've been crying out for something different. Let's see if he can hit the ground running under the Ibrox lights. But as ever with Rangers, there's a flip side. Mikey Moore, the exciting loanee from Spurs, is in limbo due to UEFA clearance delays, and Igamani nowhere to be seen. With injuries, transfer speculation, and a glaring lack of bite up front, you're looking at a squad that feels like it's being held together with duct tape and hope. Martin's made it clear he's had enough of certain players. The digs after the Motherwell match weren't subtle, talking about egos, lack of intensity, self-preservation. That wasn't a tactical post-match chat. That was a warning shot. It's clear the dressing room's under the microscope, and there'll be more than a few boots tapping nervously under the Ibrox benches. The predicted lineup: Butland, Tavernier, Giga, Sauter, Aarons, Rothwell, Diamand, Raskin, Antman, Gassama, Dessers. That front three has potential, but Dessers starting again? After all the transfer noise and that anonymous display against Motherwell, it reeks of necessity over preference. You've also got Martin relying on the same core that underperformed last season. The rebuild hasn't kicked into gear yet because, truth be told, too many of the old guard are still hanging around. And here's the kicker: you're 2 matches away from the Champions League group stage. The money, the prestige, the platform, it's all there for the taking, but you're entering battle with a half-baked squad, half-fit players, and a manager already questioning his team's mentality in public. So here's the question. If Russell Martin's already throwing his players under the bus in August, what happens when the wheels start coming off in Europe? Is this a manager who's got the bottle to lead Rangers to the Champions League? Or are you looking at another season of excuses and early exits? It's finally happening then. Rvan Yilmar's once hailed as a promising young left-back with bags of potential, looks to be packing his bags and heading back to Istanbul to the warm embrace of Besiktas. You saw it coming, didn't you? It's been written on the wall at Ibrox for a while now, but this week the Turkish press have gone full tilt on it. Reports from Sabah say the deal's close, and Besiktas have already shaken hands with the lad. That might be Turkish for "we've got him whether you like it or not." Now, don't get me wrong, Yilmaz has had moments, flashes of quality, but under Russell Martin, it's plain to see he's surplus to requirements. The arrival of Max Aarons, out of position at left back no less, was the clearest signal yet. Not even a seat on the bench for the Motherwell draw. No squad number, no mention. It's done. His agent has already gone public, saying Rangers and Besiktas are miles apart on valuation. Rangers want a figure somewhere above £3.4 million. Besiktas want a loan deal or something closer to peanuts. It's all just posturing now. In the end, Rvan Yilmar is gone. That ship's already sailed from the Clyde. But here's where it gets murky. You've got Russell Martin laying into the squad after the Motherwell performance, saying there's no aggression, no courage, no intensity, and even questioning egos in the dressing room. Sound familiar? It should. That same script was wheeled out during his spell at Southampton when things went sideways there too. He's recycling press conferences now, and I ask you this, if Martin's that fed up, who else is he wanting out the door? Let's be honest, selling Yilmar does open up a hole in the back line. Tavernier's 33. Dujon Sterling's a fitness risk. Young Jeffdie's untested. And Max Aarons, good talent, aye, but he's on loan and playing out of position. What's the plan? Do you just gamble until January? Is there a rabbit about to be pulled out the transfer hat? Yilmar leaves behind 77 appearances, 2 goals and 6 assists. Goals and not eye-watering, but not embarrassing either. And yet Rangers are close to losing him for under £4 million. That's a player you paid good money for. This is another one slipping through the cracks because the system's broken, or maybe because he was never really wanted here. And now the question, would you be happy seeing Rvan Yilmar walk out the door for less than £4 million while Max Aarons on loan is covering the left-back spot out of position? Or are you starting to feel Russell Martin's building a team that doesn't know what it's supposed to be? Right, let's be honest, you're watching that draw at Motherwell and Danilo strolls off the park again without a single moment to write home about, and you're left thinking, is this really your number 9? Now, I'm not here to scapegoat the lad, but facts are facts. 3 matches into the season, 0 goals, 0 assists, barely a whiff of a threat. He's had the chance. With Dezers and Igamane not fully fit, this was Danilo's window to say, I'm the man to lead the line at Ibrox. Instead, he's floated about the pitch like a lad looking for the ball rather than demanding it. That's not what you need when you're chasing titles and fighting for a Champions League place. But here comes the spice. Jamie Vardy, the very same Jamie Vardy, the one who ripped up the Premier League, won a title with Leicester and still at 38 scored 9 goals last season for a team going down. And now he's being tipped to run riot at Ibrox. David Robinson's come out and said it plain and simple. The man would terrorize defenses in Scotland. And you know what? He's right. Vardy still plays with that fire. He plays on the shoulder. He's direct, aggressive, and thrives in chaos. Compare that to Danilo, who's losing 71% of his aerial duels, offering 0 big chances and doesn't press like a man fighting for his place. Vardy would have centre halves in this league, twisting like bagpipes in a gale. Even better, he's a free agent, no fee, just wages. And it's not just about goals either, it's about mentality. Vardy's a natural leader, a proper wind-up merchant, and a winner. Put him in the dressing room and you instantly raise the standard. Now the question is, will Russell Martin and the board have the bottle to go out and bring in a 38-year-old who could outscore Danilo in his sleep? Or are you going to sit through another season of watching Danilo jog around up top while a Premier League icon who's ready to cause havoc in Scotland sits there waiting for a phone call? Would you take Vardy in a heartbeat to replace Danilo even at 38, or do you still believe Danilo has what it takes to lead the line at Ibrox? You've seen the flashes already, haven't you? JD Gassama, raw, fearless, and explosive. 2 goals in his first 2 Champions League appearances off the bench, and just like that, Ibrox had a new darling, a proper wide player with swagger, but then came the brick wall of Fir Park. Motherwell sat in, parked the bus, double-locked the doors, and Gassama was starved of the space he craves. That's when it became painfully clear. He's not being helped by the system or by who's behind him. Right now, Max Aarons is playing left back, and no disrespect to him, he's done a job, but he's right-footed, cutting in constantly and offers nothing on the overlap. That leaves Gassama isolated, forced to take on two men every time he gets the ball. It's like asking a piper to march with one leg tied. You're never unlocking the full tune. So what's the answer? Kasum Ouattara. Rangers have already made contact with Monaco about the 20-year-old, and this is one the club must move heaven and earth to get over the line. This lad's not just a natural left-footer, he's a marauding, attacking fullback who eats up the flank and delivers with purpose. Top 5% in League One for expected assists among fullbacks. Over 41% crossing accuracy. He creates danger, he creates width, he creates space, and space is exactly what Gassama thrives on. You put Ouattara behind Gassama, and suddenly the Frenchman's not being swarmed every time he receives the ball. Suddenly, defenders are forced to track overlapping runs, make decisions, and open up gaps. You go from having a one-man flank to a proper partnership. Martin talks about patterns of play and positional structure. Fine, but it means nothing if you're cutting off your own players with mismatched pieces. Gassama is a Ferrari being driven like a tractor. Ouattara is the key to switching gears. The potential's all there. An electric young winger supported by a flying fullback. That's how you break down packed defenses. That's how you turn half chances into goals. That's how you win leagues. So here's what I want to know. Why on earth would Rangers go another week relying on a right-footed loanee at left back when the perfect foil for Gassama is sitting in Monaco waiting for a call? Is it ambition holding us back or hesitation? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.